Good morning. I'm out in one of my fields where I've planted wildflowers this year with all of my helpers, all of my volunteers, and I just wanted to show a little bit about what this looks like. This field is really beautiful. There's these woods nearby, kind of all around the field. They're doing miticide trials here, and I'm just basically using their watermelon, and they let me plant the wildflowers here. I'm sweating like a pig. Yeah, it's been interesting since I got back to the States. Was gone for 10 days, and this field has really exploded in flowers, and they're everywhere, as you can see. It's probably not that easy to see with the video, but you can take my word for it that there are literally probably thousands of watermelon flowers out here. Oops, got a little too close. And it's been interesting. I haven't been seeing really that many pollinators out on the watermelon. I've seen a handful, maybe four different species, including some honeybees. Saw some really tiny green bees that are cool, probably Oglochloropura, some little syrphid flies, the two-spotted longhorn bee, which is really common in our fields usually, and I've barely seen it this year at all. And I just saw this little bumblebee, actually not little, she's quite large. She might be a queen, I'm not sure. But I collected her in this vial, and I know what species this is, so I'm probably just going to let her go because she might be a queen. And I've been seeing very few bumblebees so far this year. And for June, that's sort of... I have to go back and look at my data from the past 2 years, but I have a feeling that's sort of odd. Plus, in general, if I'm 90% sure I know what the species is, I don't always like to collect them if I'm not seeing many of them. So yeah, it's been interesting this morning. I have my wildflowers way in the back of this field. And oh, here's a little two-spotted longhorn bee. I don't know. Yeah, there she is. Little beauty. I don't know if it's focusing, but yeah, and I have all my wildflowers back here. And I have my 4 species, and they're hopping with bees, but this morning again it's actually not that many compared to what I would think. There's a ton of this one species, Dionomia heteropoda, which is a cool bee, but it doesn't ever visit watermelon, which is interesting. It only has ever been seen on the wildflowers in my study. And some others I've seen on our wildflowers back there, definitely more than what I'm seeing on the watermelon. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what this field looks like. There's obviously a ton of grass growing. I'm thinking they didn't spray the field with herbicide before they planted the watermelon here. But it's interesting, I'm not seeing a lot of this other species or other genus that I usually see a lot of, which are these really tiny halictid bees and the genus Lasioglossum. And maybe because of the grass, because they need open areas, sandy soils, and I'm thinking maybe that has something to do with it. They obviously are really small and they can't fly very long distance, so they like to nest right where they're gonna forage for food. So that's my hypothesis. I don't know. I haven't seen a single one in this field though, which is really strange. So yeah, that's been an interesting morning. Talk to you later.